I hope you're ready, sir and Miss Zoe.
Hello, Mr. Jojib. Are you ready? Hello, Mr. Jojib.
Hello.
So,
Yes.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. We have 1 minute
Okay.
for prepare because Mrs. Nemeng will start to.
但是我怎么听得见呢
Yes.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. The speaker, okay?
Okay, no problem. Is the voice okay?
Okay. I can
Yes.
hear you clearly.
Okay. 哦，这有一个，哪个是主持人啊？那是主持人。
Hello, good morning again.
Hello.
This morning is coffee in Indonesia. Coffee in China.
I'm the tea.
Okay.
Yes. 要把那个你好，那个马上有一个会议，你这是你说，好的，好的，好，好的，好的，嗯，嗯，嗯，嗯，嗯。你的想要这个位置，那去了干？这不就是你个推动员嘛开吧？你这边。难道不是你这些书本啊？你就是让你这边买一个，比如是你设定你5分开始，你就是搞最后一，不，你这几分啊？你这几分啊？你去。
May I have your attention, Mr. Joe? Probably we will silence our mobile phone.
Okay. Yes.
During our webinar.
Yes. I have make it silent.
Okay.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, Ms. Zoe, let's start our webinar. Okay, Pak Tatun. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Good morning everyone and welcome to today's webinar, the International Cooperation Plan between Indonesia and China for Agricultural Vocational School. My name is Neneng Sani. I work for BBPP MPV Pertanian, or the Center for Development and Quality Assurance in Agriculture, Cianjur, West Java, Indonesia. Today, I will be your moderator. All right, on this lovely day, I would greet all the attendees of today's webinar. Good morning, Ibu and Bapak, and they are all SMK teacher or headmasters, or even students, I hope that you could hear my voice clearly. Now, I would also welcome our Honorable Head of BBPP MPV Pertanian, Dr. Raden Ruli Basuni, and then our three speakers, Mr. Jujin, Miss Zoe Lee from Jiangsu Agri Animal Husbandry Vocational College, People's Republic of China, and Bapak Insinyur Ahmad Saihu MPD for BBPP MPV Pertanian Cianjur. A very good morning, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, we will have the agenda as follows. Our first agenda, we will sing Indonesian national anthem, and then followed by welcoming and opening remarks by the head of BBPP MPV Pertanian. And then stepping into our key session, we will have three presentation. Our first presenter is Mr. Jojin. He will deliver his lecture about practice on international development of agriculture vocational education in Jiangsu Agri. And then our second speaker is Ms. Zoli. She will speak about traceability system in food safety management. And last but not least, our third speaker is Mr. Ahmad Saihu. He will deliver his lecture about building partnership between SMK industries and work field. And our last session will be question and answer session. So we will expect to end our meeting at 12 o'clock. That's why I'm inviting you, all the participants, all the attendees, to write down your question on the chat room, okay? So the presenter, they will present three of them and then followed by question and answer, okay? Now let's step into our opening session. We will sing Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Honorable attendees, you may rise. Participants, ladies and gentlemen, may have a seat. And now I'm inviting Dr. Raden Ruli Basuni MP as head of BBPP MPV Pertanian to deliver his welcoming and opening remarks. Dr. Ruli, time is yours.
Okay, Ms. Neneng. Good morning. Hello, my name is Ruli Basuni. Nice to meet you, Mr. Jinjo and Ms. Joe. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow blessing, goodness and property on all of us. Amin ya rabbal alamin. The honorable speaker, Mr. Jinjo, Ms. Jo, and Mr. Ahmad Saihu, my respect, Mr. and Mrs. Coordinator and Sub-Coordinator, Fedka Agriculture, and Mr. and Mrs. Widya Iswara and TTP, Fedka Agriculture, Mr. Presenter, Mr. Iip, Ibu Dewi Sepia, and Mrs. Moderator Neneng, Sani, and fellow Fedka Agriculture staff that and product. Gratitude for the presence of God who has given us the grace and guidance so that we are still given healthy and helpful people in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic as global disaster that is being faced nowadays. The first time I say congratulations joining to the participant of the online webinar who has been pleased to attend the opening of the international cooperation plan between Indonesia and China for agriculture vocational school. I really appreciate and have the highest appreciation for the participant who participated and took the time to take part in this online webinar activity. I would like to thank Mr. Iip, Mrs. Dewi Sophia, and Mr. Ahmad Saihu as the best practical FEDCA, and also Ms. Neneng as the moderator and organizer who has prepared the implementation of this webinar event. Hopefully it will be useful and keeping benefit for many people, especially vocational teacher in agriculture and chemical engineering. Currently, we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has an impact on agriculture as well as the socio-economy of the community. We need extra hard energy, out of the box touch and closer cooperation in the field of agriculture. In this time for agriculture vocational school and other agriculture sector player to become heroes for this nation and country with spirit of togetherness. Ladies and gentlemen of the online seminar participants, the collaboration between Indonesia and China has been initiated by the President, namely Mr. Joko Widodo, one of which is in the field of education. Based on this collaboration, the Ministry of Education and Culture follow up by sending agriculture teacher to intern at Jiangsu Agri Animal Husbandry, vocational course in China for 3 months from April and to June 2000.
it owns about 95% of China's population at the east of Red Line. And so it brings different kind of agriculture mode or method. And Jiangsu is in this area. Jiangsu is in this area. It's the typical plain area in China. So it is the map of Jiangsu province. You can see it's located in the climate transition zone between the north and the south. Also, it's also in the most advanced area of China. And with China diverse ecological types and advantaged agricultural production conditions, Jiangsu is well known as the land of fish and rice. You can many rivers and lakes inside it, and also the plain area is very big. So Jiangsu is one of the two demonstration provinces in modern agriculture of China. Jiangsu is in this area. It's the typical. So here is the map. You can see scores condition of the agriculture related colleges. Average construction area, average fixed assets, equipment value per student are uprising these days because of the fundamental financial support. So they build very well. And also the students quantity, you can have a look about the full-time students number is among the 700 to 7,000 to 8,000 average. Scores condition and the teacher is more than 400. Average is 400. And full-time teachers with doctors or master degree is above 100. And also with senior titles, teachers is rising. Now it's about 140 per score. The full-time students number is among the the agriculture related major about 7 majors per college. And the major students in area is more than 1 million is more than 140,000 teachers with doctors or master degree is above. Next, I will describe our colleges to you because time is so limited. I cannot share video with you. And here are the 3 pictures. The middle one is our main campus. The second one is our scientific and research park on the animal husbandry. And the third one is the scientific and research park on Chinese medicine. It's our main campuses. So our principle of developing the first is the majors close to industrial trend because the agriculture in Jiangsu province is advanced. So the industrial trend is be divided into details such as breeding, planting, prevention and treatment, veterinary medicine, food security and safety, market, logistics, and service, leisure. So many working positions are offered by the industry. So as a college, we set measures close to the detailed industrial chain, such as I will show you different measures which are adapted to the links of industry trend. So to give you an example, we have 10 secondary schools with 44 majors. Animal science technology, many majors inside it, and animal medical, many majors, health science technology, animal pharmaceutical, food science and technology. So you can see the majors name are quite different because the industry offers our different working positions for them. Maybe very detailed or detailed needs to the talent. So we set the majors according to their needs. And then links of industry trend. We have landscape and horticulture secondary school, aquatic science and technology, agribusiness management, agri-information, agri-engineering. So most of our majors are close to industry. And animal medical. The second is the campus is close to regional core. You know, the Taichung city is at the middle of the Jiangsu province. So this city are developing very quickly with the modernization of China, of Jiangsu province. So in according to keep close relation to the industry, we set the campuses in different places adapted to the local developing zone, such as Taichung have agriculture industry development zone. We set the animal husbandry science and technology park inside it. Taichung have the higher education zone. Our main campus is inside it. Also, the local economic development zone. We have a company named the Pekan Pharmaceutical Company inside it. Taichung has also have a high-tech medicine industry development zone. So we set our Chinese medicine park inside it. Also have another animal breeding farm inside the animal breeding and production zone of the city. The third principle is close and combine the industry and the study and the research together. As you see in our campuses, we establish many platforms for study, research, or serve for industry together, such as we have 3 national practical training base, 3 national scientific research platforms, and 21 provincial science and technical platforms. So we build the world learning and research mode because the platform have multi-function to suit to the research and study. Some of them are like the really farm or really company of industry. Also the classroom and the workplace dual integration, also the modern apprenticeship mode. So it is our in the history of my college from 1958. It is a vocational, and to the 2001 become a vocational college. Then we built the Jiangsu Agri Husbandry Scientific and Demonstration Park. Then become pharmaceutical. Then accept and pass the evaluation from government. And then we took 3 years to build the new campuses, the main campus. And then at the beginning of 21st century, we become the provincial demonstrative college, top 20 in Jiangsu province, and then become top 100 in China. And recently, the Jiangsu Chinese Medicine Scientific Technology Demonstration 3 national teaching path was completed. 21 provincial. So the third aspect I want to share you is the practice on international development of my college. Research mode. And the platform has from 2001. We have poor international cooperation with overseas, mainly with Japan. After that, we increase our paces on that. From accept more foreign visitors from Western countries, accept more agricultural training programs facing to the developing countries organized by the government. And in 2012, a program faced to the Sudan and Zimbabwe teachers from two universities from them. Are executed by us. And also we started to enroll students from Laos. It is the beginning of our full-time students teaching to overseas students. And from then on, 11 teachers participated 1 year visit program in USA, 1 in Germany, 1 in Canada, and more foreign students came to study in my college. Nowadays, they have about 280 students studying in my college, but most of them are by internet. And from then we have the teachers or students visit program with ASWTF Australia and California University of Davis, USA. Also, we have the students exchange program with State Polytechnic of Jember, Indonesia. Together, 3 majors, 181 students from bilateral participated the program till 2019. And 19 teachers participated in the research program together. And the program was also awarded by the first round award by the Education Ministry of China. I want to share you is and in September 2018, the college got the certification for quality of study in China by the authority as the first and only higher vocational college in China till now. National cooperation with overseas, mainly with Japan. And also, what we are doing now, we are around the construction unit, high-level vocational college with Chinese characters program. It's the biggest and highest level project in China's vocational college education. Together, 53 vocational colleges are inside it. The goal is aimed at the end of 2023. We will build more advanced college in different aspects. There are 11 sub-projects inside the big project. The internationalization level, uprise the international level, which I in charge of, is inside it. So you can see it covers different aspects of our college. So I would like to share you details of this sub-project. The first keyword is bringing. We will bring high quality resources from overseas. Deepen cooperation with high-level institutions of the overseas enhance our teachers and students' ability. So many measures will be taken to improve our quality. And deepen cooperation with high-level overseas institution. organize teachers to participate in the high-level international conference. Students exchange program also will be carried out by my college and Jember Polytechnic. We hope more and more Indonesia vocational high school can participate this program. And the co-construction of major with overseas, such like the curriculum, the skill training rooms, the teaching materials, like that, we can have the joint work together. The second aim is, the second keyword is go global. We will cultivate internationalized students for the key industries, such like improve their ability, their English language ability, to cooperate with global enterprise, because many of China's enterprise are going overseas to investment to do business with them. So they need more talents to support them. And develop cooperative education and training abroad. So last year, we held the 3-week training program for the 30 teachers from Indonesia. I think some of you I participate in this meeting. Hope it can recall your beautiful memory. Now also we will launch the Silk Road Farm Cooperation Project. It is for support the global enterprise and local education industry. The third keyword is improve more. The goal is taking the platform of Higher Vocational Education International Alliance for Agri-Husbandry, HVEIAA. This alliance was established in 2019. It will be a big platform for cooperation. Many advanced countries and developing countries like Jember Polytechnic are the important members inside it. So we will improve the management system and operation mechanism of the alliance to do more exchange activities, encourage teachers participate in international cooperation exchange. We will also strengthen the application of international information technology and create new mode to oversee education service, combining online and offline. So I think this web seminar is one of our effective way to keep the links each other, and we can do more work by this way.
Okay.
And join, build, and share the teaching and learning resources, and improve the quality of study in JCHVC. And now we have enrolled nearly 200 new students. They are paying for their enrollment fee and beginning to study from internet. And last month, we got the email from WFCP secretary, and we noticed that my college has been the finalist for the 2020 WFCP Awards of Excellence in Applied Research and Innovation category. I hope it will be golden. So the last is my cooperation intention. We can have cooperation discussion from different aspects, such as the leaders visit, teachers visit, students visit, joint scientific research, teaching and learning collaboration, and developing digital class or digital school in specified topic. Here, I would like to share the opinion of the students' enrollment, because in this pandemic time, the students' enrollment becomes a very crucial topic. So there are two choices for students studying in China to get their 3-year diploma related on the language and major. So the first is in English language. If the Indonesian students want to get the diploma in 3 years, they can accept the English language learning. We have this program. If they want to study in China in Chinese language, it needs 4 years, because he or she must pass the Chinese language test of the 3rd level. It needs 1 year to access the ability, and add 3 years to study major curriculums. So briefly speaking, if you want to study in English language, 3 years is okay. If you want to study in Chinese language, need 4 years. So how about we have a plan for cooperation together? So I provide the possibility of 1+2 or 2+1 program to the students. 1+2 means 1 year study in Indonesia, and then 2 years study in China in JSHBC. If bilateral policy permits, the students can get 2 diplomas. We need to discuss to plan it well. Depends on 2 countries' policy. And about the 2+1, the 2 years study in Indonesia, 1 year study China, I think he can at least get 1 diploma from Indonesia government. So we'd like to share more details with you. So my colleagues and students, China and Indonesia are both very big countries in population and in agriculture area. 2020 is a special year. This year marks the 7th anniversary diplomatic relations between our 2 countries. I think it can also be the new start point for cooperation between China's and Indonesia's agricultural vocational higher schools and colleges. Hope we establish more cooperation relations together to promote bilateral vocational education development together. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zhou, the Director of International Cooperation and Exchange Center, Jiangsu Agri-Animal Husbandry Vocational College. Now we will move to our second speaker, Ms. Julie, the Academic Secretary of Food Technology College, Jiangsu Agri-Animal Husbandry Vocational College. Good morning, Mrs. Zoe. Ms. Zoe?
Morning.
Okay, you will have 20 minutes of presentation, please. Time is yours. Okay, Ms. Zoe, you can.
Then I can open the file.
You cannot open the file?
Yes.
The committee first. Give her the access, Mr. Wahyudi. Give Miss Zoe. Probably you can start to try it again.
Oh, okay, that's working now.
Okay.
morning, dear everyone. I'm honored to have this opportunity to share information with you today. In my topic about the traceability in food safety management. It is now got more and more attention in China, especially during this year 2020, because of the worldwide trending and also the exploded COVID-19. We China have lots of the food products imported from different countries. Though we have custom inspections, detailed food examination laws, but still there might be food safety scandals. For example, here is a report. Here is a report about the COVID-19 virus linked to imported food via cold chain from high-risk areas overseas. Maybe I can just give you an
Chinese researchers say a coronavirus outbreak in Beijing this summer could have originated from imported frozen foods. And their paper was published in the National Science Review. It identified frozen foods transport as a transmission risk. The outbreak in Beijing started in June, linked to the city's largest wholesale food market in Xinfadi. More than 330 people were infected. The city temporarily suspended the market and tested 11 million people, around half of the city's population.
So actually this is a report about this is a report about COVID-19 virus. Well, they just linked to imported food via cold chain from high-risk areas overseas. So actually in October 26, Beijing has announced this kind of traceability system promotion, typically for the cold chain products. So now we can use from both the website and also the form to register products, apply for product QR code, and also do the product management. We can see from this example that traceability system become to play a quite important role in food safety management. Today I shall share some information with you from this next 5 parts. So the first part would be the importance. We need to define what exactly traceability is. Well, by ISO, the traceability is defined as an ability for the movement of a feed or food through specified stages of production, processing, and distribution. It is important because lots of the benefits it brought to food industry. Like I listed here, it can help to improve the ability to implement safety and quality compliance programs, and also to apply accurate information to public and minimize the disruption of trade. It also can have other benefits like to enable business to make right and more informed decisions and increase long-term profitability, to improve customer confidence, etc. As we know, a traceability system should be able to maintain the desired information about a product and its components through its production and the utilization chain. Thus, the basis of all traceability system is the ability to identify things that move along the supply chain. The basic characteristics of the traceability systems, so what I listed here, we can see from this picture. In practice, actually the traceability systems record and follows the trial as products and materials come from suppliers and are processed and distributed as the end product. As well as identifying the product, traceability systems may identify other information, for example, like the country of the origin, the species, and also the best date of consuming. Well, that is all the information associated with the product. So as indicated in this picture I showed here, we can know that a traceability system is also can be characterized by its breadth, depth, and precision. So when we talk about the breadth, that means how much information actually we can collect it by using this system. That depends on the system scope. And about the depth, it's like how far the relevant information can be tracked forward and backward. About the precision parts, that's the degree of assurance or pinpoint a particular food product and its movement. So by applying the traceability systems, we can achieve several goals, like to ensure food safety, to apply more reliable information, and to have a high efficiency of business. A traceability system is effective when food products can be completely traced across the food supply chain. Major factors affecting the effectiveness of traceability are as follows. So here, what I listed here, including the supply chain characteristics, the product destination, the traceable unit identification, the data processing method, etc. Well, we can say that from farm to fork, the traceability requires that the processes of internal and external traceability be effectively conducted. Each traceability partner should be able to identify the direct source of traceable items as they pertain to their process. The application is not that every supply chain participant knows all the data related to traceability, but rather show proof that relevant partners in this supply chain should have taken the requisite measures and do that information can be accessed if needed. Thus, in order to conduct an effective food traceability system, we need to have following considerations. That's the consideration I listed here in this PPT. So including the trending partner information, the product information, and also the shipping information. Here I listed the basic information needed in an effective traceability system for food receipt and food recall. Well, there are several means, of course, and methods we can use to achieve the traceability. But food business operators at each step of food chain should at least set a rule to identify food and linkage and its suppliers and buyers, and to interlink in advance. Food identification and linkage area are the fundamentals in ensuring traceability. When constructing a traceability system, it is necessary to fulfill, like here, I list here the 9 principles regarding identification and linkage. So, well, here I have 2 fingers. In these 2 fingers, you can see that the principle of linkage that each food business operator is supposed to fulfill, and the food business operator's relation in the chain traceability are showing. As we shown in the left finger, I show the principles of linkage that each food business operator is supposed to fulfill. When each neighboring food business operator in this food chain fulfills these principles, the chain traceability is ensured. So here is just a tendency to not allow always well-define the required standards, leaving room for the organizations concerned to establish their own methods. So that means we have several means or methods to achieve the traceability. Well, here in this picture, I just showing an example of how to introduce a traceability system. This is not the only one way. You can just do in your own ways. There are several methods actually you can use. So the organizations planning to introduce a traceability system should choose a method actually to for them by considering the degree of needs, the products handled, trading situation, and skills. And also there are a lot of other relevant factors might impact this result. To make traceability simpler to consider, we also can thinking of a traceability system as an identifier and as a series of records. So from this way, we can just apply a basic four-step methodology as follows. That means define, assess, bring together, and finally set a project. And also we can improve these traceability procedures. Well, I list the two steps here. The first one is to create an operation diagram. To finish this step, we need to identify companies' main activities and then draw a process flowchart as shown here, including activities, inputs, outputs of each activity. Then using the flowchart for analyzing and assembling. Well, for this step, it is important to identify how continuity of information will be guaranteed throughout the process step. Then the next step we can do is that we can write up the procedure instructions in order to approve our system. Lots of information will be needed to be collected here. So including each activity detailed information, like the type of the product, the responsible person for each processing step, and also lots of the captured data. Well, I just showing some of them in this table. From the previous section, we can get an idea that to conduct an efficiency traceability system, quite a large number of data are needed. The manually information gathering progress could be quite time consuming because workers must first record the information at the point of activity, then relay this information either manually or we just put them into the computer, but that's all need the time to type in the data in. This can also lead to risks of recording the information incorrectly. Luckily, with the fast developed technologies, we have this kind of automatically data collection ways. So nowadays we have this kind of the barcodes, the RFID, and also the sensor network. These tools can scan, record product codes and numbers, order numbers, and other needed information in less than 1 second. So that actually save a lot of time and energy and also the cost. They remove much of the time and expense required for data processing and maintenance. Also, nowadays we have advanced technologies such as geographic information system, the global positioning system, and etc. All these technologies make blockchain traceability possible for food products. Will China encourage large internet sales platform to conduct blockchain traceability system for selling products? Here I list one typical example of a blockchain traceability set up by Jingdong.com. That is the biggest sales internet platform in China. So the adoption of traceability system, actually they have their own drivers. Well, I just list 3 of them here. They can be driven by influences, incentives, and pressure from different sources. This including government measures and customer needs and also consumer demands. The application of traceability system in food safety management was first conducted in Europe and was derived from food safety scandals, such as the BSE of Britain in 1996. Then China began to apply the system in food industry since like 2002, you can see here, first in Beijing and Hebei. The traceability system introduced here later than in developed countries. It was mostly voluntary and was first introduced in big cities. Well, they use this kind of system just mainly for the exported goods at first. But now we actually apply them more and more in domestic more and more in domestic food product market, the Chinese government has set up a national platform just to allow all the producing factories, sales companies, as well as the local government to register and to use information on the platform. We also have company aiming at transportation. I just have one picture listed here. This one is just they call it G7. This one is just a company they aiming at the transportation. So that means they record all the related information during the transport process. And for the consumer, they can use several ways to get food safety related information, such as the inspection results, farming record information, etc. Well, they have several ways for inquiring this kind of information. They can use the apparatuses in supermarket, or they can get information directly by phone. We now have this kind of phone apps, or you can just text the short messages, and they can give you the reply. The traceability system developed quite fast in China, but there still be some problems. We actually can improve our systems introduction by following solutions, like to improve the systematism of producers, to advance the correlative techniques to set up the honesty system in food safety, to introduce traceability, firstly in big cities, to make definite laws, and etc. So today, in several developed countries, traceability requirements have become mandatory. Indeed, both the government and the buyers have reason to take measures because of crises such as outbreaks of BSE. Furthermore, a traceability system also guarantees product authenticity and gives reliable information to customers. Compared to developed countries, developing countries may face significant obstacles in achieving sufficient traceability standards, but we need to realize that sooner an enterprises start implementing a system for traceability, and the better it will be for them in the long term. Well, that then was all I had to say on traceability system of food safety management. I hope I've given you a very clear picture of what and how it is applied in China nowadays. Well, thanks a lot for the listening. Thanks, Nana.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jolie. She's the Academic Secretary of Food Technology College. Now let's move to our last speaker. That is Bapak Insinyur Ahmad Saihu, MP. He is a teacher trainer from BBPP MPV Pertanian. Bapak Saihu, you have 20 minutes. Please use it wisely. Bapak Saihu, time is yours. Bapak Saihu, you will have 20 minutes of presentation. Please use it wisely. Now, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nining. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May Allah bestow blessing goodness and will bring to all of you. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Welcome all participants to online webinar BBP MPV Pertanian, and dear speaker Mr. Jin Xiu dan Ms. Huang Guali from CNS. Thank you. My topic, the webinar this day, with partnership between agriculture, SMK, and industry in Indonesia. And then my respect, Mr. and Mrs. Coordinator, Sub-Coordinator of BPMPV Agriculture, Mr. and MPV and PTP, BBPNPV MPV Pertanian. Thank you, Moderator, Ms. Nining, and other. Okay. My presentation, I will speak Indonesia. Bapak Ibu sekalian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mudah-mudahan hari ini sehat Bapak Ibu sekalian semua. Saya membawakan topik bagaimana SMK Pertanian itu membangun kemitraan dengan dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Karena SMK adalah suatu sekolah vokasi yang membangun kemitraan dengan dunia industri itu harus lebih dekat. Bapak Ibu sekalian, ada 6 topik yang saya akan berikan pada webinar ini. Pertama adalah sekilas penyelenggaraan vokasi. Yang kedua, alur pikir membangun kemitraan SMK dengan dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Yang ketiga, 6 sasaran SMK harus dibangun. Bapak Ibu sekalian, yang keempat ada 3 segi emas pendidikan vokasi yang harus diimplementasikan oleh SMK. Yang kelima, platform kemitraan SMK Pertanian. Yang keenam, memastikan lulusan SMK Pertanian dalam perubahan. Bapak Ibu sekalian, sekilas penyelenggaraan vokasi di Indonesia. Bapak Ibu sekalian, pertama yaitu pada Repelita pertama, pembentukan pendidikan vokasi mulai mengadopsi model dari negara lain dan secara bertahap pendidikan vokasi mendapatkan tempat pada sistem pendidikan di Indonesia pada tahun 1969. 1989, tonggak pengembangan vokasi mendapat tempat pada sistem pendidikan Indonesia. Tonggak inilah sebagai pengembang pendidikan vokasi secara terpadu di Indonesia dimulai pada Repelita kelima melalui penetapan Undang-Undang Nomor 2 Tahun 1989 tentang Sistem Pendidikan Nasional. Pada tahun 1990, pengembangan pendidikan vokasi dilanjutkan ditetapkan dengan PP Nomor 29 Tahun 90 tentang Pendidikan Menengah yang memuat beberapa ketentuan dalam pengembangan pendidikan vokasi. Bapak Ibu sekalian, 1992 unit produksi di SMK. Dalam periode ini melalui Permendikbud nomor 49092 tentang sekolah menengah kejuruan, mulai dilaksanakan juga pengembangan unit produksi sebagai bagian dari proses pembelajaran di SMK. Kegiatan unit produksi ini meliputi kegiatan unit produksi, memproduksi barang dan jasa dengan memanfaatkan semua sumber daya yang ada di sekolah dan di lingkungan. Pada tahun 1997, dilakukanlah pendidikan sistem ganda. Kebijakan pengembangan lebih lanjut dilakukan pemerintah melalui penerapan pendidikan sistem ganda, melalui konsep Link and Match. Mulai tahun 1997, Komitmen nomor 323-1997 yang merupakan awal upaya melibatkan dunia usaha dan dunia industri dalam pendidikan vokasi. Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya terinspirasi bagaimana SMK, khususnya SMK Pertanian mengelingkan antara dunia usaha dan dunia industri merupakan suatu bagian dari proses pendidikan vokasi. Alur pikir, maaf Bapak Ibu sekalian, alur pikir membangun kemitraan SMK Pertanian dengan dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Bapak Ibu sekalian, sekarang harus membangun peta pembangunan industri wirausaha, itu kita harus mempeta lebih dahulu bagaimana tenaga kerjanya dan ketersediaannya. Berikutnya peta kebutuhan industri atau wirausaha, bagaimana ketersediaannya, dan berikutnya bagaimana peta jalan SMK, khususnya SMK Pertanian. Bapak Ibu sekalian, Sekarang apa jenis industri unggulan dalam peta pembangunan industri ini? Berikutnya jumlah dan karakteristik industri serta lokasi dan kapan dikembangkan. Bapak Ibu sekalian, kalau di SMK masalah yang dihadapi seperti apa, link and match dan kebutuhan tenaga kerja seperti apa. Berikutnya peta kebutuhan industri atau wirausaha, jumlah dan level tenaga kerja yang dibutuhkan oleh industri atau wirausaha, keterampilan yang diperlukan, dan pengakuan keterampilan dan waktu dan lokasi di mana itu peta kebutuhan industri kita harus mempunyai. Berikutnya sekarang peta jalan SMK. Sesuai kebutuhan industri seperti apa, sertifikasi seperti apa, kurikulum seperti apa, guru dan tenaga kependidikannya seperti apa. Tidak terlepas dari infrastruktur pembelajaran, integritas SMK dengan lembaga diklat, tata kelola kelembagaannya seperti apa. Bapak Ibu sekalian, inilah yang harus dibangun untuk membangun kemitraan SMK pertanian dengan dunia usaha dan di dunia industri. SMK pertanian di Indonesia ada 2.170 yang tersebar di seluruh Indonesia. Sangat potensi sekali Bapak Ibu sekalian. Mari kita bangun SMK pertanian dengan industri dan kita harus menganalisis secara eksternal maupun internal. Sekarang berbicara masalah link and match pendidikan vokasi dan industri. Bapak Ibu sekalian, link and match pendidikan vokasi dan di industri, yaitu pertama pembuatan kurikulum. Kurikulum dapat bersama-sama disinkronisasikan dengan dunia usaha dan dunia industri harus disetujui. Berikutnya ada guru tamu. Selain itu pihak industri wajib memberikan guru atau dosen tamu minimal pengajaran dari dosen dan guru tamu ini dilakukan minimal 50 jam per semester. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, dilanjutkan dengan magang, pemberian magang kepada siswa SMK dan mahasiswa vokasi dari industri yang dirancang bersama. Yaitu Bapak Wikan sebagai Bapak Direktur Jenderal Pendidikan Vokasi mengatakan pihaknya mewajibkan magang minimal 1 semester. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, adanya sertifikasi kompetensi yang dikeluarkan oleh lembaga sertifikasi kompetensi dari dunia usaha dan di dunia industri. Berikutnya ada komitmen menyerap lulusan sekolah vokasi oleh industri. Enam sasaran SMK pertanian yang harus dibangun. Pertama, Bapak Ibu sekalian, pemutahiran. Apa yang harus dimutakhirkan yaitu adalah penyelarasan materi pembelajaran dengan dunia usaha ke dalam pembelajaran. Kedua, adanya inovasi materi pembelajaran. Yang ketiga, pengembangan kompetensi guru dan pengembangan pembelajaran di SMK. Yang keempat, pemutakhiran pengembangan sarana dan prasarana praktek pembelajaran yang berorientasi kepada era industri 4.0. Yang kelima, SMK berbudaya industri sesuai lingkungan sekolah dengan budaya industri dan penguatan tata kelola SMK. Yang keenam, terjadinya hubungan mesra SMK dengan dunia usaha dan industri berlangsung kesepakatan. Ini 6 sasaran SMK pertanian yang harus dibangun, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Sekarang pemutakhiran penyelarasan materi pembelajaran, yaitu kurikulum SMK, adanya kurikulum adaptif dan normatif, kurikulum bidang keahlian, keterkaitan fasilitas dengan kurikulum. Sekarang kompetensi keahlian nasional Indonesia, standar kompetensi, uji kompetensi industri, sertifikasi kompetensi industri. Ini salah satu pemutakhiran penyelarasan materi pembelajaran. Bapak Ibu sekalian, pembudayaan kreativitas dan entrepreneurship mencetak young maker. HOTS yaitu pembelajaran higher order thinking skill. Berikutnya adalah project based learning, TEFA based learning, di mana lulusan SMK yaitu ada 3. Pertama, apabila lulusan SMK itu mempunyai job market atau dia pendidikan melanjutkan ke sekolah perguruan tinggi, dan berikutnya menjadi seorang entrepreneur, yaitu di mana higher order thinking skill. Pertama, yaitu seorang siswa harus remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, dan creativity, di mana ini tidak terlepas dari pembelajaran adaptif dan normatif. Bapak Ibu sekalian, untuk membangun conceptual skill dan craftsman skill, di mana anak berpikir tingkat tinggi, yaitu ada di pembelajaran matematika dan bahasa Indonesia. Karena pembelajaran matematika mempunyai fisiologis yang sangat tinggi, di mana conceptual skill dan craftsman skill, daya talar anak itu akan dibangun melalui pembelajaran matematika dan bahasa Indonesia. Kenapa bahasa Indonesia? Apabila anak-anak itu mengerti tentang tatanan berbahasa Indonesia yang benar dan menafsirkan bahasa Indonesia yang benar. Sekarang bagaimana relevansi pendidikan? Pendidikan yaitu ada siswa dan juga ada dunia kerja, di mana pendidikan yaitu melayani sesuai dengan passion peserta didik, dan juga bagaimana lulusan mempunyai kecakapan sesuai dengan di dalam dunia kerja di era industri 4.0. Bapak Ibu sekalian, kami berharap untuk meningkatkan kompetensi, yaitu kompetensi teknologi dan kompetensi sosial. Ini yang sangat diperlukan oleh Bapak Ibu sekalian untuk membangun bagaimana penyetaraan SMK pertanian dengan dunia industri. Karena bergulirnya kemajuan teknologi-teknologi yang ada industri, SMK pertanian harus mengikuti perkembangan yang sedang berlangsung. Sekarang bagaimana komitmen SMK dan dunia usaha dan dunia industri? Pertama, menjaga standar. Bagaimana karakter siswa dan bagaimana karakter dunia usaha. Dan berikutnya bagaimana kompetensi yang diberikan oleh dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Dan bagaimana kompetensi lulusan SMK pertanian. Dan sekarang bagaimana ketersediaan lulusan antara SMK dengan dunia industri. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, diadakanlah suatu kesepakatan bersama, dibuat bersama SMK menyesuaikan permintaan standar dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Bapak Ibu sekalian, berikutnya yaitu menjaga keharmonisan, saling keterbukaan dan kepercayaan, menjaga kualitas dan kuantitas SMK dan dunia usaha dan dunia industri. 3 segi emas pendidikan vokasi, yaitu tantangan pendidikan di era global. Pendidikan vokasi harus menekankan kepada kompetensi, inovasi, dan asosiasi dunia usaha dan dunia industri untuk pendidik dan tenaga kependidikan untuk SMK dan siswa. Kompetensi inilah harus dibangun kepada peserta didik untuk menumbuhkan inovasi melalui project based learning dan juga melalui teaching factory yang ada di sekolah. Bapak Ibu sekalian, inovasi ini sangat diperlukan untuk siswa untuk menumbuhkan daya talar dan kreativitas untuk anak-anak. Bagaimana dengan asosiasi dan DUDI yang ada di Indonesia? Tentunya harus menyesuaikan kompetensi-kompetensi yang sesuai dengan asosiasi-asosiasi sesuai dengan bidang keahlian yang ada di dunia usaha dan di dunia industri. Bapak Ibu sekalian, ini tidak terlepas dari segitiga emas ini harus kita bangun bersama-sama, baik itu manajemen sekolah, baik itu dunia pendidikan yang terlibat untuk membangun bagaimana pendidikan vokasi khususnya SMK pertanian menghadapi tantangan pendidikan di era global. Tantangan pendidikan vokasi di era globalisasi. Pertama, Bapak Ibu sekalian, calon peserta didik untuk SMK, kita harus memulai dengan potret dan data. Bagaimana talent mapping peserta didik. Untuk kelas 1, Bapak Ibu sekalian, bagaimana tantangan pendidikan vokasi di era globalisasi pertama harus diadakan talent mapping untuk peserta sidik harus mengetahui sejauh mana talenta anak itu setelah memasuki di SMK pertanian maupun SMK yang lain. Berikutnya, adanya teknologi dan sosial, kompetensi inilah yang harus ditekankan, yaitu kompetensi teknologi, kompetensi sosial yang menguasai karakter dan perkembangan sosial. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, setelah adanya kompetensi, baru ditumbuhkanlah inovasi, menumbuhkan anak SMK pertanian berinovasi untuk menciptakan lulusan-lulusan SMK pertanian dapat menciptakan produk-produk yang baru. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, setelah menumbuhkan inovasi, bagaimana dengan asosiasi dan atau induka, yaitu sesuai dengan standar maupun dengan budaya kerja. Itulah Bapak Ibu sekalian, kami harapkan lulusan SMK yang produktif, yang mempunyai inovasi dan berkreativitas di dunia usaha dan dunia industri ataupun menjadi seorang entrepreneur. Bapak Ibu sekalian, untuk membangun kemitraan antara SMK pertanian dengan dunia industri, kita bangun platform SMK pertanian. Platform kemitraan digital SMK pertanian. Pengembangan platform kemitraan SMK pertanian cerdas. Pengembangan personal mutu pendidikan vokasi pertanian yang dibangun dengan menggunakan smartphone kemitraan, yaitu menggunakan mesin solusi dalam pengembangan mutu pendidikan vokasi pertanian yang dikendaki yang dibutuhkan saat ini melalui sistem XMS atau LMS berbagai tutorial. Dengan adanya smartphone mitra SMK pertanian cerdas, ini adalah suatu upaya untuk membangun kemitraan SMK pertanian dengan dunia usaha dan dunia industri. Pertama Bapak Ibu sekalian, di sini ada materi intelijen, di mana ini adalah sebagai pengendali dari mesin kemitraan. Pertama, BBNVV pertanian, mengikuti kebijakan Dirjen Pendidikan dan Vokasi. SMK pertanian, yaitu industri, lembaga pendidikan, lembaga pemerintah. Di sinilah adalah suatu pengembangan platform kemitraan SMK pertanian cerdas untuk membangun dan supaya SMK pertanian dapat membuat atau menumbuhkan kreativitas anak-anak dalam pembelajaran pendidikan vokasi. Sekarang Bapak Ibu sekalian, memastikan lulusan SMK pertanian dalam perubahan. Pertama, Bapak Ibu sekalian, bagaimana kurikulumnya? Kebutuhan yang nyata fokus pada soft skill yang kuat diselaraskan dengan karakter induka. Berikutnya yaitu bagaimana dengan pola pembelajarannya? Bagaimana lulusannya nanti? Yaitu menjamin soft skill tercipta dengan metode pembelajaran project based learning dilakukan dengan kegiatan TEFA. Sekarang Bapak Ibu sekalian, bagaimana mindset dan soft skill? Perubahan mindset untuk guru, kepala sekolah, dan tenaga kependidikan. Perubahan ini harus dilakukan untuk memastikan percepatan perubahan. Berikutnya Bapak Ibu sekalian, keberanian untuk berubah, melakukan terobosan baru. Yang kedua, mewujudkan penguatan karakter. Ketiga, penguatan leadership semua manajemen sekolah. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu sekalian, thank you. Seksi ini. Bapak Ibu sekalian, demikian paparan dari kami. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you Pak Syaihu. And now it's time to open our question and answer session. But before that, I will make an important announcement for the participant. Ladies and gentlemen, Bapak dan Ibu, saya akan mengingatkan Bapak dan Ibu untuk mendapatkan e-sertifikat. Ibu dan Bapak diharapkan untuk login di bbppmpv.id, lalu mengisi daftar hadir dan mengisi formulir evaluasi untuk penyelenggaraan webinar ini. Demikian informasi dari kami. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will start our question and answer. Here, the committee have compiled several questions who have addressed to the three speakers. But first, let me read for you. This is our first question from Bapak Zakir Manhadi from SMK and Pertanian Riau. The question is for Mr. Joe. Okay, is the development of home agriculture, or we may call it hydroponics, also socialized in the school curriculum in Jiangsu? Mr. Joe.
他说什么意思？你帮我听一下。Pardon, Miss Nene.
Yes, Pak. Okay, I will repeat it again, Mr. Joe. Pak Zakir Manhadi is a teacher from SMK Pertanian Riau. He asked you about the curriculum of hydroponics. Is hydroponics is also socialized in school curriculum in Jiangsu? Hydroponics, you know, home agriculture.
What kind of curriculum?
Hydroponics, it means agriculture, modern agriculture. Hydroponics, have you ever heard about it?
Hydroponics.
Yes. Hydroponic. Hydro.
Hydro 是液体的 hydrogen. Hydroponics.
Yes.
Ponics 是什么？
It's
hydroponics.
Yes.
Like irrigating, like that, I think. Irrigating.
Yes. We applied it at home. We do it at home as a small business, but it's an agriculture form, not in the big field.
And it is about how to use the liquid, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Use the liquid.
We have a secondary school named Landscape and Gardening and Horticulture. So they have a curriculum on the hydraulic application. Because there are many water hydraulic applying system in Jiangsu province, because Jiangsu province is a river province, and a lot of plants need to take water from the river. Also in fishing, we also need similar equipment. I'm not sure if it meets the teacher's question. Okay.但是我听不到他是 Lennon 好像在说话，但是 Lennon 声音是关了。And you can type the question on the screen. 他那个是 Glenn。
Okay, the committee will type the question on the chat panel. But meanwhile, let's move on to the next question first. Okay, is that okay, Mr. Joe? While waiting for the committee, we'll copy paste the question on the chat panel. I will continue to the next question. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, the next question is for Miss Zoe. Miss Zoe, on your slide, it shows that the hydroponics is also socialized in the school curriculum in Jiangsu. Is that correct?
他那个是 Glenn。
Okay.
他那个是 Glenn。 Okay.
嗯 On your slide, in terms of school subject, explain about school subject in Jiangsu that study about traceability system, because in Indonesia is the level is high school, vocational high school, but in Jiangsu it's in the college, right? Explain about school subject in Jiangsu that study traceability system.
What you mean? Like the high school and or the college? I guess that's two different things.
Yes.
Well, because like in China, we have the students graduated from the high school, then they enter in this kind of college. So we have this for safety management and quality control. Actually, this kind of subject, we only talked about them in the college, not in the high school, actually.
Okay, so the traceability system is only at the college, not in high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the traceability system is only for a large scale of industry, not for a small, just like home industry?
No, that's not, because now we have this kind of internet platforms, and they allow both the big companies and also the small companies, they can register their products. So, but the procedure is more or less the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you explain more about the application for small home industry for traceability?
Okay, and well, we have this kind of phone apps. Then you can link directly with the national traceability systems. Then you can first do this kind of application. Then you need to enter your the factory name or the company name of your of you, and also enter the products you produced and all this kind of detailed information about the products, like the material region places, all this kind of how to say that, the things you used for producing your product. And then you just handing this application, we have this kind of administration to process these kind of applications. Then you get this account to linking to this kind of platforms. Then you can just register your products on the platform, and they will give you like a barcode, something like that. So after that, you can just paste the barcode to your products. Then you just enter the whole traceability systems as a small company.
Okay, so it's open from small to large.
Yes, that's an open platform.
Okay, now the question is from Mr. Joe. Can you read the question on the chat panel?
他说有个问题是问你的，然后问你能不能看。
Can you read it, sir? The question for Mr. Joe. I've already copy-paste the question on the chat panel.
Hello, which questions, please?
Okay, can I read it for you?
Yes.
Okay, the question is from Pak Sangaji, SMK for Dumai. His question is, what do you think about the competence of teachers and vocational students in Indonesia compared to student and teacher in Jiangsu or generally in China? The competence between the student in China and the student in Jiangsu, and then the teacher in China and then the teacher in Indonesia, according to your opinion. What do you think, Mr. Joe? Thank you.
Thank you. As my private opinion, I think the standard is very important, because maybe the competence standard is different between two countries, between our colleagues. You know, I can give you an example, such as animal science. Only the animal science, I think, is the major's name. But what consists of the majors in Indonesia, in China, I think is different. So it is very different for me to compare the two kinds of competence, but we can communicate with each other to share experience and opinions each other to see how can improve the competence. Or we may develop the advanced competence standard for the future. You know, my college is planning for a skill competition of international in the food science area. The most problem is the competence standard is different. So how can I organize two countries' students together to have a competition? So the first importance is we must have a similar united standard. Firstly, that's all. Thank you.
Give me a minute to make this a little explanation for the teacher who asked the question. Okay, Pak Sangaji, menurut Pak Jo itu standar pendidikan di Cina dengan standar pendidikan di Indonesia pasti masing-masing memiliki karakteristik yang berbeda. Namun dalam hal ini kita bisa berkolaborasi untuk mengembangkan dan menyusun standar yang kita sepakati bersama sehingga memiliki tujuan untuk mencapai kompetensi-kompetensi yang kita tentukan itu, terutama dengan kompetensi yang dibutuhkan dari dunia industri. Demikian ya Pak Sangaji, saya beri sedikit highlight saja. Next question is for Mr. Saihu, okay? So Bapak Saihu, ini ada pertanyaan dari Ibu Tiarma Samosir, SMKN 1 Sitinjo. Bagaimana regulasi pembiayaan kerjasama industri dengan SMK, Pak Saihu? Misalnya dengan mendatangkan guru tamu ke sekolah. Mohon dijelaskan bentuk MOU-nya seperti apa. Terima kasih. Silakan Pak Saihu.
Untuk membangun bagaimana sekolah itu mendatangkan guru tamu dan bagaimana bentuknya. Tentunya yang harus dilakukan, Bapak Ibu sekalian, SMK sekarang harus lebih banyak mendekat kepada industri. Tidak harus langsung kita datang ke industri untuk minta sebagai guru tamu. Tentunya sekolah harus mengidentifikasi dulu kebutuhan-kebutuhan apa dalam pembelajaran yang ada di sekolah dengan industri. Apakah itu industri yang ada di sekolah itu disesuaikan dengan budaya yang ada di sekolah untuk mengaplikasi dan bagaimana kerjasamanya. Tentunya SMK sekarang harus lebih aktif dan kreatif untuk lebih dekat dengan industri. Barulah industri paham tentang sekolah yang ada di tempat ibu dan juga ibu paham tentang industri yang ada di sekitar sekolah Bapak Ibu sekalian. Saya kira itu Bu Nining.
Mungkin tadi memberikan penjelasan tentang skema pembiayaannya Pak, apakah tripartit atau dari sekolah atau dari kementerian? Sedikit dijelaskan ke arah sana Pak.
Oke, ya. Kalau untuk pembiayaan itu ada dua kesepakatan. Biasanya kalau untuk anak magang di sekolah itu sudah ada ketentuan-ketentuan yang sudah diklausulkan dalam kegiatan MOU bersama. Ada industri yang dapat membiayai anak magang di sekolah. Saya kira kalau untuk pembiayaan, kalau dituangkan dalam kesepakatan, itu ada pembiayaan mengenai bagaimana untuk penginapan dan akomodasi dan konsumsi, apakah ditanggung dari dunia industri, apakah di dunia usaha. Dan kalau untuk yang di sekolah bagaimana untuk pembiayaan untuk anak-anak magang. Itu tergantung dari kesepakatan dan kondisi kedua belah pihak. Saya kira itu, Ibu Neneng.
Atas penjelasannya, semoga Ibu Tiarma cukup memahami penjelasan Pak Saihu. Next question is for Miss Zoe. Miss Zoe, in terms of labeling or identity of a product, would there be a bigger production cost that affect selling price of a product? Please, Miss Zoe.
Pardon, would you say that again?
Okay. In terms of labeling or identity of a product, would there be a bigger production cost that affects selling price of a product? Okay, thank you.
Okay, I get the information. So, that would be, I guess, would be a higher cost than if you don't use the traceability system. But actually, it's also can, how to say that, to increase the competence ability of a company. Well, that's just let's say your input is higher than your output is much higher than what you just expand in this kind of things, because nowadays we have all these kind of trading companies. They typically focus on this kind of transferable ability of the one company's products. So if you have this kind of barcode or this kind of traceable ability of your products, it will expand your product selling a lot. Then, well, you cost a little bit maybe in this kind of traceability system, but you also earn a lot from that.
Okay, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, the effect would be raising a selling price.
Well, I guess maybe not, because we have a lot of the supportive applications. Because like the country, they have invested a lot in this kind of applications, and they apply for this kind of. For example, the machines you need, the apple juices you need, and also we have this kind of platforms you need. And you actually, for one company, you don't just put lots of the energy. And if your product like sells more and sells better, you also might not just increase the price, because the profits will be increased actually.
Okay, and okay, thank you, Miss Zoe. May I have this a little translation for the participant? Okay. Oke, intinya Bapak dan Ibu dengan menggunakan sistem keterlacakan ini ya, atau traceability system ini bisa membuat produk itu bisa dilacak keamanan produknya seperti itu ya. Dan sekarang sudah banyak aplikasi yang bisa ditemukan di internet seperti itu. And then next question is for Mr. Joe. The question is from SMKS Pertanian Binjai. Mr. Joe, how to build cooperation between schools and industry that regulate vocational, which has been done in China? Probably he needs a real example, the cooperation between schools and industry, the regulation. Would you read on the chat panel?
Okay.
Mr. Joe? Yes.
And I think we do a lot of things to establish the closely relations between the college and the industries. First, as I present in PPT, we set our platforms nearby the industry zones. The second, we employed many experts from enterprise to give lecture to the students, especially who owns the practical training experiences, because it's their advantages. In China, colleges teachers, most of them are from universities. But now in China, more and more vocational school teachers are employed from the enterprise. Secondly, China's government encourage teachers to have joint research with the enterprise, so they can get the advanced technology and skills from the enterprise. Thus, their students can get benefit from them. Also, the government organizes the teachers to get training inside the big company normally in their summer vocational time. So, and also government encourages teachers to do the technical service to the enterprise. So nowadays we are doing another things. Our secondary school is combined with a big company. We call it 双主体怎么说 双主体怎么说 主体怎么说 the dual managers integrate together. We are doing these things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joe. May I have a little translation for the participants? Okay. Jadi Bapak dan Ibu yang dari SMK Dumai tadi, bagaimana membuat kerjasama dengan industri. Di Cina mereka membuat dua kesepakatan, yakni mengundang para pakar dari industri untuk memberikan KBM atau kegiatan belajar mengajar di high school, ya, di sekolah, di SMK. Yang kedua, mereka juga berkolaborasi dengan para pakar praktek dari industri untuk melakukan riset di sekolah, sehingga nanti siswanya mudah untuk memasuki akses ke dunia industri seperti itu. Oke, next is for Mr. Saihu. Pertanyaan dari Ibu Siti Nur Latifah, Pak Saihu dari SMKN 2 Metro. Persyaratan apa untuk siswa lulusan SMK jika ingin bisa studi di Jiangsu, Pak Saihu? Mangga, silahkan Pak Saihu.
Mohon diulang, Bu.
Dari Bu Siti Nur Latifah, bagaimana atau apa saja persyaratan jika siswa SMK di Indonesia ingin melanjutkan studi di Jiangsu, Pak Saihu?
Oke.
Dibantu, ya, terima kasih.
Ibu Latifah dari Metro. Ya, sekarang Bapak Ibu sekalian, Ibu Latifah, sekarang harus membuat kompetensi dulu, persyaratan yang harus dimiliki oleh siswa. Karena di sana ada persyaratan-persyaratan khusus, terutama bahasa Inggris. Ya, sekarang anak SMK itu minimal itu harus banyak menguasai bahasa Inggris, karena nanti akan berhadapan dengan teknologi-teknologi yang ada di negara-negara lain, tidak harus ada di Cina. Nah, bagaimana? Dan juga kedua, pembentukan karakter itu terlebih dahulu. Kalau untuk administrasi, Bapak Ibu sekalian, itu sesuai dengan aturan yang ada di negara-negara lain untuk mengikuti persyaratan-persyaratan yang sudah terstandar. Yang diperlukan adalah lulusan anak SMK yang harus ditekankan adalah pembentukan karakter, dan yang kedua bahasa Inggris yang harus dikuasai sesuai dengan persyaratan yang dibutuhkan oleh negara-negara yang akan menerima melanjutkan sekolah nantinya untuk lulusan SMK. Saya kira itu dua karakter itu yang harus ditanamkan terlebih dahulu, dan budaya-budaya yang ada di negara yang akan dituju itu harus dikuasai terlebih dahulu. Karena itu sangat penting, Ibu Latifah yang ada di Metro. Terima kasih.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Saihu atas penjelasannya. Semoga cukup jelas ya Bu Nur Latifah. Selanjutnya mungkin ini next, probably it's our last question for Mr. Joe because we are running out of time. So Mr. Joe, on your slide, could you share us your experience how to improve teachers and students' ability in speaking English? Could you share your experience, please? Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Okay, from the teachers. Okay, teachers first. Okay.
Okay.
My college encourages our teachers and staff to study, to get, to do research in overseas, and the government also encourages. If you want to study in overseas, you must pass the English level test. It's the first one. The second one, we enroll the students from overseas, and we give the lecture to them in English language. So the teachers must own very good English ability to hold the duty, So they must increase their ability. They can endure this task. And these years, many young teachers we enrolled from universities or the research institutes. Some of them with doctor degree. So their English ability is perfect, I think. So my colleague, Miss Li Guanhua is one of them. So we are very proud of them. Thank you. About the students, the education ministry also demands the students must access the English level. Then they can be graduated. So also we design some overseas projects, like to visit in USA or visit in Australia. If your English ability is good, you can be enrolled. And we give fund support to the students. So sister knows, if my English is good, then I can do a lot of things. Also, as I presenting PPT, more and more enterprises are in overseas. We also encourage students to study English hard to find a good position in this enterprise. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the country support the student who wants to learn English to Australia and USA, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Probably this is one last question for Pak Saihu. Pak Saihu, is that okay if there is still one last question? Masih ada satu pertanyaan untuk Pak Saihu ya, Pak?
Oke.
Ini Pak, dari sebentar. Nah, apakah kurikulum disederhanakan sesuai kebutuhan industri atau bagaimana Pak? Ini pertanyaan dari Bu Karuniawati, SMK 1 Siau Timur. Apakah kurikulum harus disederhanakan sesuai kebutuhan industri? Dari Bu Karuniawati, Siau Timur.
Ya, terima kasih Bu. Di dalam kurikulum itu tentunya untuk menyepakati dengan industri, tentunya dari sekolah itu harus mengadakan penyelarasan kurikulum sesuai dengan bidang keahlian. Bagaimana pelaksanaan penyelarasan kurikulum? Tentunya sekolah mengundang industri yang sesuai dengan kompetensi-kompetensi yang ada di sekolah. Maka untuk menyederhanakan kurikulum itu nantinya mana yang harus disepakati dengan dunia industri dan sekolah yang ada di tempat itu. Itu harus dilakukan penyelarasan. yaitu duduk bersama, menyepakati kompetensi-kompetensi mana yang sesuai dengan dunia usaha dan di dunia industri. Saya kira itu, Bu.
Baik, intinya harus diselaraskan ya Pak ya, disederhanakan itu diselaraskan sesuai dengan kebutuhan industri ya Pak ya. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 12 o'clock, so it's time for us to end up our meeting. I'm so sorry. Actually, there are still several questions, but unfortunately, it's time is up, okay? So before we end up our meeting, I will read some conclusion of our webinar. Number one, to enhance the quality of knowledge and skill of SMK teachers, is it essential to start working together with external institutions? This can be done by signing MOUs between school, BBPP and PV Pertanian, and external institution. And then traceability, a system to track a product from production to consumption, is a critical tool for operationalizing standards and regulation through increasing transparency across food supply chains. And SMK, this recent era, should produce graduates who can develop student skill according to their passion, as well as equip them with competencies that match the industries. Let me make a little translation for the participant. Untuk meningkatkan kualitas pengetahuan dan keterampilan guru SMK, penting untuk memulai bekerja sama antara lembaga eksternal dengan sekolah dan industri. Hal itu bisa diawali dengan penandatangan MOU antara sekolah, BBPP, MPV Pertanian, dan lembaga eksternal tersebut. Traceability atau ketertelusuran atau keterlacakan adalah sistem untuk melacak produk dari mulai produksi hingga konsumsi, penting untuk melakukan standar sehingga meningkatkan transparansi dari rantai pasokan makanan. Dan yang terakhir, SMK di era sekarang ini harus menghasilkan lulusan SMK yang mengembangkan keterampilan siswa sesuai dengan minat, serta membekali mereka dengan kompetensi yang sesuai dengan kebutuhan industri. Okay, then we would like to extend our gratitude to our three speakers, Mr. Joe Jin and Ms. Zoe Lee and Bapak Ahmad Saihu. Thank you for your great presentation. And then for the committee who has worked hard to deliver this international webinar. And also thank you all for the participants who have make this interesting discussion. If you all still have further questions, you can still contact BBPP and PV Pertanian. You can go visit our website or our social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, okay? Last but not least, as a reminder, we would appreciate if you could complete the evaluation form at bbppmpv.id, okay? The link of e-certificate and also soft file of the presentation will be written on the chat panel. Once again, on behalf of BBPP and PV Pertanian, we would like to thank our distinguished presenter and our beloved teacher. So before left, kindly turn on your video. Our committee, Pak Wahyudi, please turn on your video. Can we have a photo for a minute before closing, okay? Are you ready, committee? Okay, let's count. Ibu Dewi, could you please turn on your video so we can take a photo together? Okay. Okay. Let's count until 3. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day. Hope to see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day and bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pak Saihu.
Halo Mr. Jin. Halo. Koneksinya sudah dimatikan. Halo Mr. Jin.
I will send you a picture.
Okay. Thank you so much for your.
You are always welcome. It's my great honor to have opportunity to participate in the webinar. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You did a lot of work. Yes, thank you.
See you in the next program.
See you next program. Yes. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.